Welcome back to Speargrass Forge. If you're new here, thanks for coming. If you're coming back, thanks for returning. Today, I'm going to be making a Penannular brooch or a blanket pin. Stick around.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises early in the morning. Drunken sailor, what shall we do with the drunken sailor?
Okay, so I'm using a piece of 6mm bar and I'm just drawing out into a long taper so I can put a bit of a scroll at the end. At the moment I've just drawn out the taper on this end, and I'm just rounding it off at the moment so it looks nice and pretty. And the reason why I'm using such a long piece is so that I can actually hold it at one end while I'm working on the other. Now, I'm probably using a good 3 inches of this bar for the actual brooch main, and then I'll use another little bit for the brooch pin. So all coming out of one piece of stock. So just cutting this off now. Like I said, about 3 inches. I'll take it with the hold it with the tongs and taper out the other end. Now, I'm going to keep this aside just near the fire, and because this is going to be used for my for the pin. So again, just bring that taper out and rounding it off. Now this isn't going to be a big brooch. It's only a small one, but should look good at the end of it, I hope. Okay, so now I'm just going to attempt to bring this around into a bit of a rounder shape. See if I can go put the pliers and do this. Oh, here we go. I have to whack that back in the fire a bit. Okay, so bend this a little bit further around. Oops. Okay. So now it's roughly a U shape. I'll take this back. I'm going to curl the tips. I'm going to curl the tips and then work on a little bit more, refining it round into more of a circular shape. And then I'm going to work on the pin. Now, I'm going to work on the pin and attach it after I've curled off these ends, simply because that's the way I've seen it done. But it should still work either way. Alright, so just using the big turn, I'm just going to round this out a little bit evenly, if I can. Oops, without dropping it. Going down pretty fast, so alrighty, so we're in roughly a round shape at the moment. So I'm just going to now curl over the ends, and I'm actually going to curl them up, and then I'm going to twist them around to make sure that they're in line with the edges. Right, so they're both nice and hot, so just going to Right, so we've got them both curled up. So now I'm just going to heat it back up, grab the pair of pliers and twist them out, and then we're going to work on the final shaping of the actual brooch. So just grabbing these now and turning them out. One, that's two. So now we've got something like that. So now I'm just going to shape it back around a little bit more. So we can do the final, so we can get the final shape of the brooch. Right, so now we've got the brooch. Just hit that with a wire brush, clean her up a touch. Might put it back over the Bic turn and give that, heat it up, give that bit of a tap round there just to clean it up because it's a little bit asymmetrical. That's a bit better. So bring it over so you can have a look. That's a little bit more symmetrical now. So again, hit that with a wire brush, clean her up, put that aside to cool while I work on the pin. Yeah. Just going to draw this out as well. Nice long paper, it needs to be thin. Nice and thin and relatively sharp. That looks like it's probably long enough, so just round it out. Now because it goes through a blanket or a shawl or something, even something thin, being living in the tropics, whenever we do, whenever reenactments and stuff like that are done, it's generally lighter material. So you want the pin relatively thin, so it doesn't leave gaping holes in your in whatever you're using it for. Flatten it out so I can make the hinge, the attachment, the hinging attachment for it. So I'll heat that up, cut that off, and go from there. Break that off, put that aside. Now we're going to work on this. Now, just like with the Mjolnir pendant, we're going to start off just by rolling the edge over. Without dropping it, of course. Now, you want to not close it up. We want to bring it round. Right, so we've kind of got it in a bit of a C shape at the moment, so we're going to grab that, grab the actual, this bit. Alright, just going to fit it over. And then what I'm going to do is heat this back up, fit it on, and then close it over so it's not so much snug, but so it closes. Grab this, make sure it turns and can slide. There's no point in having it on there if it can't slide around. And it's not going to come off that side. And how about the other side? It might come off the other side. Okie dokie. So, heat it all back up. I'm going to curl this end probably just a little bit more. And then I've also got to tighten that bit in underneath just so it holds on a little bit tighter. So tighten that in underneath there. Give it a little bit more of a roll, I reckon. So, just making sure that it moves around. Of course, everything's still hot. So we're going to clean this off and give it a bit of a brass brush. I also whack it in the vise and give it a bit of a filing too. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so back from giving it a good wire brushing. Didn't need to file or grind it, because once I wired and brushed all the scale off, it decided that it can go all the way around without much effort. So that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat it up, and I am going to hit it with a brass wire brush, and see if I can get some colour on it. Now with brass brushing, you don't need to get it red hot. It's basically just like a black heat, and just rubbing it until some of that colour imparts. And you may be doing that a few times until that colour picks up fully. I don't know if you can see that, but it started to pick up a little bit of a goldy hue. So I'm going to heat that up again a little bit, and go and hit it again with the brush. Okay, so I don't know if that shows up that well, but it's gone a nice golden hue. We'll cool that off now. There we go. So one penannular pin or blanket pin complete. Like I said, it's only a small one, but I reckon it looks pretty good. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click the bell icon for notifications on when I upload, usually weekly on Thursdays. And if you'd like to check out my merchandise, such as shirts like these, check out my print bar and Spreadshirt stores, links down in the description. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. Cheers.